In the previous video, we solved one problem of moment of inertia of symmetrical I section. Now in this video, I am going to solve one problem based on moment of inertia of unsymmetrical I section. So this is the problem. Find the moment of inertia of unsymmetrical I section about its centroidal axis. The dimensions are top flange 80 into 20 mm, bottom flange 120 into 20 mm, and wave is 120 into 20 mm. Now let us draw a diagram. So top flange having dimensions 80 into 20 mm. So this is 80, this is 80 mm, this is 20 mm. Now bottom flange, first of all wave is equal to 120 into 20 mm. So this is 120 mm into 20 mm, and bottom flange is also 120 into 20 mm. So this is bottom flange having width 120 mm and depth 20 mm, and wave having depth 120 mm and width this is 20 mm. So this is the unsymmetrical I section. Why this is unsymmetrical I section? Because in symmetrical I section both the flanges having same dimensions, but in this case bottom flange and top flange and bottom flange having different dimensions. Therefore this is the unsymmetrical I section. Symmetrical I section is symmetric about x-axis as well as y-axis, but this I section, that is unsymmetrical I section, is symmetrical, only symmetrical about y-axis. It is not symmetrical about x-axis. So therefore we need to find out centroid of this I section about x-axis. So let us find first. So solution, let us find first centroid of this section. For that, find out x1, x2, x3. Now the first step in the solution of moment of inertia of this unsymmetrical I section, first step is split up this section into minimum number of basic sections. So this is section 1, this is rectangle 1, this is rectangle 2, and this is rectangle 3. Now this is G1, that is centroid of this rectangle G1, and it is at 10 mm from bottom, 60 mm from this left side. Now the second, this is G2. G2 is the centroid of section 2. Then G3. G3 is the centroid of section 3. Now see, G1, G2 and G3 are on the same y-axis, Therefore x bar is same as x1, x2, x3. Now first of all draw a line at left end of the section. So this is left end of the section, so draw one reference line and draw one reference line at bottom of the section. So this is bottom, so these two are the reference axis. Now what is x1? Distance of G1 from vertical reference axis. So x1 is equal to distance of g1 from vertical reference axis. So it is 60 mm. Now what is x2? x2 is nothing but distance of g2 from this vertical reference axis. So what is it? 60 mm. Then x3 is distance of g3 from vertical reference axis. So this is what? 60. x3 is equal to also 60 mm. Then y1, y2, y3. So the values of y1, y2, y3. Now y1 is what? Distance of g1 from horizontal reference axis. So if this is total is 20, so half is 10. So 10 mm. So as x1 is equal to x2 is equal to x3, x bar is also equal to 60 mm. So this is x bar. This is nothing but x bar. Now y1 10 mm, y2 is nothing but distance of this g2 from horizontal reference axis. So this total is 120. So half is 60 plus this 20. So 60 plus 20, 80 mm. Now y3 means distance of g3 from bottom. So this is 10 plus 120, 130 plus 20, 150. So 150 mm. Now area, A1 is equal to, A2 is equal to, and A3 is equal to. Now what is A1? 120 into 20. So 2400 mm raised to mm square. Then A2 means what? Area of this section 2. So what is area of section 2? 20 into 120. So 2400 mm square. Now A3 means area of this section. So area of section 3 is 80 into 20. So 1600 mm square. Now find out y bar. X bar we know 60 mm. Now find out y bar. So how to find out y bar? Formula is there. Y bar is equal to A1 y1 plus A2 y2 plus A3 y3 divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. That is equal to, now A1 is 2400 into y1 is 10 plus A2 2400 into y2 80 plus A3 is 1600 into y3 150 divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. So A1 2400 plus A2 2400 plus A3 1600. So y bar is equal to, y bar becomes 71.25 mm. 71.25 mm. So this is the value of y bar. So in this way you can find out centroid of the section. So 71.25. Now this is 80. So 71 becomes approximately here. This is the horizontal centroidal axis. Now this is vertical centroidal axis YY, and this is horizontal centroidal axis XX, and this is the intersecting point of two axes is nothing but centroid of whole section. Centroid of whole section. So this is G, this is G1, this is G2, and this is G3. Now we have to find out moment of inertia of this section about its centroidal axis. So there are two centroidal axes, one is XX and second is YY. So first find out moment of inertia about XX axis. Mi about XX axis. That is nothing but Ixx. So how to find out Ixx of whole section? So Ixx is equal to Ixx1 plus Ixx2 plus Ixx3. Now what is Ixx? Ixx1 means moment of inertia of this section 1 about this x-axis. That is nothing but we have to use parallel axis theorem between this axis and this section. Also for second section, G is here, G2 is here, so use parallel axis theorem. So also for section 3, G3 is here and G is here, so use parallel axis theorem. So as we have to find out moment of inertia about horizontal axis, that is x-axis, so use Ixx for all sections. What is Ixx for rectangular section? BD cube divided by 12 plus what is parallel axis theorem? Ig plus AH square. So this is Ig. During at the time of finding the moment of inertia about x-axis, we have to use Ixx as a centroidal moment of inertia. So BD cube divided by 12 plus A1H1 square. This is for section 1. Now for section 2, again BD cube divided by 12 plus A2H2 square plus for section 3, again BD cube divided by 12 plus A3H3 square. Now what is B for section 1? Now forget these two sections, only consider this section 1. So B for this section is 120, D is 20. 120 into 20 cube divided by 12 plus A1 2400 into H1 means what? This is Y bar. So this is nothing but Y bar. So Y bar is equal to 71.25 mm. Now this is Y1. This is Y1. So H1 means what? The distance between this G1 and horizontal centroidal axis. So what is distance? The total is Y bar minus this Y1. So Y bar minus Y1 is, Y bar is 71.25 minus Y1 is 10 bracket square plus for now section 1 is over. Now for section 2, B is 20, D is 120. So 20 into 120 cube divided by 12 plus A2 is 2400 into H2 is distance between this G2 and this centroidal axis. What is distance? This is Y2 and this is Y bar. So Y2 minus Y bar. What is Y2? Y2 is 80 mm minus Y bar is 71.25 bracket square plus for section 3. Now for this section 3. So for section 3, B is 80, D is 20. 80 into 20 cube divided by 12 plus A3 is 1600 into, now what is H3? H3 means distance between this G3 and this G. What is this distance? The total is Y3 minus this Y bar. So Y3 is 150 minus Y bar 71.25 bracket square. So that is equal to, now calculate each term. Calculate each term in your calculator and add all the terms and you will get the answer as 22.121 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. So calculate this term, write separately. Calculate this term, write separately. then calculate this, calculate this, calculate this. There are different 6 terms. Then add all the terms in your calculator and you will get final answer as 22.121 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4 as a final answer. Now see for moment of inertia about y axis. Mi about y axis. Moment of inertia about y axis. So that is nothing but Iyy. So Iyy is equal to Iyy1 plus Iyy2 plus Iyy3. So that is equal to, now Iyy is nothing but for section 1 dB cube divided by 12. Iyy is dB cube divided by 12 plus A1 H1 square plus dB cube divided by 12 plus A2 H2 square. This is for section 2 plus dB cube divided by 12 plus A3 H3 square. This is for section 3. Now let's see H1. H1 is nothing but distance between G1 and vertical reference axis. So both on same axis, therefore H1 is 0. So this term becomes 0. Now H2 is nothing but distance between G2 and vertical reference axis. So both on the same axis. So this term is also 0. Now H3 means distance between G3 and vertical reference axis. So this term will also 0. So now this is for section 1. So D for section 1 is 20 into B is 120 cube divided by 12. This term is 0 plus, now this is for section 2, D is 120 and B is 20. So 120 into 20 cube divided by 12. This term is 0 plus, now this is for section 3. So D is 20, B is 80. So 20 into 80 cube divided by 12. That is equal to, now calculate this term. So you will get 2.88 into 10 raised to 6 plus, calculate this term, you will get 80 into 10 raised to 3 plus, calculate this term, you will get 853.33 into 10 raised to 3. So that is equal to Iyy becomes 3.813 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. So this is final Iyy. So this is our answer. So this is the simple method to find out moment of inertia about x and y axis. Thank you very much.